Hello, YouTube. Hello, everyone watching us. My name is Endo Miller. Today we're gonna discuss a little bit about self-perception, and I have some people here, very interesting people that can share a lot of good thoughts with us. So, Osvaldo, can you introduce yourself, please?
Okay, let's do it. Um, well, I live in near Campinas in Americana with my fiance and the stepson. Uh, and I'm on vacation since this week until end of the next week. I'm a software developer in a payment method startup. I'm front end specialized. And I've been working with this since 2020 in the higher of COVID period, right? Um, Let me see. I love to learn about everything around me, about my hobbies, about financial investments, emotional intelligence, and all of the around techie, for example, artificial intelligence, and so on. And I've been working on a side project too with four partners since July last year. Last year, July. It's better.
Okay.
uh, and that's it, I think.
Okay. Okay. You said you told about emotional intelligence. Do you consider that you have this emotional intelligence or not?
I think so. Think so because I
Okay.
was forgotten to say I have two sons too, right? Two boys.
Okay. So you have a
And and I got I could tie my first marriage too. So
okay.
I lived I live very well. I have an interesting life, I would say.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Thanks for sharing. Pedro, how about you?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Pedro. I'm from Pouso Alegre, south of Minas Gerais, but currently I live in the metropolitan region of Belo Horizonte in a little city whose name is Igarapé. I speak English like when I was a child, but I am improving now like the speaking skills because in course that I did the part of speaking and integrate the conversation don't board so much, but I know have the opportunity to improve my English skills in the talk and talk. I am
Okay.
a
Very
UX
nice.
designer too.
Perfect. Perfect. Let's see. Luis Eduardo, your turn, please.
Hi everyone, it's a pleasure to be here with you in the Angel's therapies. He
It's
always
therapy
talking.
session. Yeah.
Yeah, yes. He always choose a topic that we can reflect. I am from Rio. I am from Rio, and I really enjoy to come here because it's so important for me because I have practice with English by just with read some documents and something technical things about my jobs. I am a market professional, but sometimes I have to practice myself in English. And sometimes I stay in trouble because I don't have the same speech that I have in Portuguese. So it's important to me to unlock my ideas in English, to think in English, and express myself in a better way in English. That's it. I have a wife, I have a daughter. That's it.
Perfect. Perfect. Thanks for coming, Luis. Márcio, your turn, please. Introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Marcio Nunes. I live from a city called Linhares in the state of Espírito Santo. I'm married. I work with quality control in the industry near with me. And now I intend to practice my speaking, developing myself about English and Spanish here in talking. This year, work a lot about it. Luis, congratulations about your host position.
Thank you. I have a thing to talk with you. I didn't have the opportunity. Every time that you say that you live in Linhares,
Yeah,
I remember about the beach, the famous beach near you. I forgot the name again, but
Guarapari,
no.
Juriri,
It's a surf point. It's a famous surf point near from the
Regência,
river. Yes, Regência.
Regência Augusta. It is famous.
Yeah. Yes, you come there sometimes, or it's really near to you or not? It's
Uh,
near to
uh,
you.
yeah,
Regi-
near 5 kilometers in my house.
Hmm.
Okay, great.
So
Come on.
let's move forward here. Hey there, or hi there, please introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I'm Hilda, 34 years old. I live in Araraquara, São Paulo. I work at an aerospatial company, how process engineering. I graduated in production engineering. I've been here on Talk and Talk, I think, since 2021 or two. I stopped to participate a little, but I come back recently. I needed to improve a lot my English. I'm working a Swedish program at the company that I'm working, and I have contact every day with person of the Sweden, and the English is very bad. I have a little problem because they don't have the expression, the face. Don't you open the mouth, and I
Oh.
have a little problem to understand. And I needed to improve my listening. In my free time, I like to cook, I like to drink, to visit the restaurant with my fiance, to watching Corinthians game. Yesterday we win the game, but
Awesome.
this year is a little complicated to us. That's it, guys.
Okay, guys, thanks a lot. Guys, the first question, how you describe yourself in 3 words, but let's make it more general, okay? So you can describe yourself the way you want, like saying what you think the people, or better, the way you consider yourself. Like, I think I'm like this or that, okay? So it'll be this conversation today will be very like, I know you will say a lot of good stuffs, like interesting stuff, so we can create different questions from it, right? So let's start with Pedro.
Okay. How do you describe yourself in 3 words? But in this time, just one word, correctly?
Yeah, you can be free to do what you want. Like,
Okay.
the stage is yours. Okay.
My creative today it's not too good to describe myself, but if I have to choose one word, I think imaginative because since I was kid, I was more introspective, and I like to imagine a new planes with my toys, and actually I'm not so imagine like the utopia, but I like to imagine a new future, and with it work with the digital products I have to be more imaginative, like to construct like other things that anyone can imagine.
Okay, so do you consider yourself a believer?
Yes, believer.
Like in terms, okay, nice. Thanks a lot. Osvaldo, how about you?
At the first, I would like to know what is believer in Portuguese.
Believer. Believe or not?
I believe
Believe?
in many things,
Okay,
about
and
many things.
believer, it's kind of the verb. Believer seria tipo uma pessoa que tem uma crença, tem uma fé. Okay.
Uma fé. Independente do quê? Uma fé.
Yes, it's a
Ok,
believer.
ok.
Um,
So,
yeah,
I consider myself believer.
right.
Persevering and disciplined, or disciplined, disciplinado.
Okay.
In general, that's it, because I try to finish all the tasks about my about one goal that I have. It doesn't matter about the goal, right?
Okay.
But when I have a goal, I try to finish them and split them in tasks or appointments to achieve that goal. With English, for example, I'm here to try something about that,
Okay.
and I think that's it.
Nice. Nice. Do you consider yourself self-oriented? Do you know what does that mean?
I don't know what is that.
Self-oriented is detalhista. Self-oriented.
Oh yeah, yes.
Uh, nice.
I'm too.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, because I think this kind of question is interesting because the people start to you are trying to tell about yourself, but try to get the vocabulary. I think I'm like this or like that, but sometimes,
Yeah.
yeah, this is really, really interesting. Hey there, how about you?
So it's complicated to talk about ourselves. Is strange a little, but it's so important to analyze ourselves. I like this word. I am believer. I think I'm believer. My life changed a lot in period of 2 years. I had some goals, and I active these goals, and I active this because I'm believer. Nowadays, I believe in myself. I have a faith in God. It's a
Okay.
thing that to me it's so important, and I achieved these goals because I believe it in myself, and I have a faith that helped me a lot.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Luis Eduardo, how about you? Describe yourself. Stays yours, make yourself.
It's a really hard question when you look inside to you to analyze yourself and see how other people can perceive in you. I have some points that clarify me, as I have a lot of people that likes me, that loves me. I have too much friends. In every place that I went, I made a lot of friends, but I have in the same way, people that hate me. So
Wow.
that's make me thinking about I'm not an easy person. Sometimes should be about tell the truth about my point of views, about my opinions. I don't care about if you like it or not. It's not the strongest point for work environments because sometimes you have to feel quiet, but if I have a point of view that you didn't agree, I will take my position and talk about it with education for sure, in a polite way. But I think that's it.
Nice. Do you consider yourself sincere? Very sincere.
Yeah, sure.
Nice.
All of my
Nice.
life.
Okay. Márcio, how about you? Your time.
For me, about to describe myself is very easy because I'm a patient person. A lot of people talking about it. I like the conversation, the a calm with the person. It is a lot of person in my family talking. I'm a patient person and responsible. I have my family, my son. I have one granddaughter, my job, and another thing is I try to keep my responsible every day. Another characteristic is responsible to a punctual person. I like stay in the time when I schedule one I forgot compromisso. I forgot compromisso. It is my three words just describing me.
Wow, this is really really interesting, be punctual, because in Brazil it's hard to be like this. Because here I would say some stuff. Here in Rio, it's so interesting because the people don't care about the time. Like, man, we have all the time of the world to do this.
Yeah, yeah, not only in Rio, here in Brazil is comum. The people let the last time resolve the problem. I believe this is a habit because a long time I'm a
Yeah, it's
punctual
cultural.
person.
I
For
agree.
me, is a habit. When I don't have a possibility to stay in the time, uh, I'm bad about it. I like the
Wow.
schedule in the
Habit and
time.
This is
culture,
this
I
is
would say.
yeah, I believe it's cultural. Yeah, that's it. Well, this is interesting. I start to think a lot of stuff because, for example, if you are self-oriented too much, for example, imagine that you schedule your whole day, like I will wake up at 7, I will do it at 8, and so on. If you do something wrong, oh my God, my day my day was really bad, terrible because one detail. So being flexible is some. I'm saying that because I was like this, and nowadays I'm trying to, if I cannot do this, move forward. The next point, because I felt so much about the steps. Oh my God, guys. Next question. Let's go toward the question number 6. Okay. How do you handle criticism or negative feedback about yourself? And do you hear it frequently or not? The people, I don't like this or that. And what's the perception of the people about you, do you think? I don't know. Pedro, please.
After before I was working on the, I don't know how to say, prefeitura of the city that I live.
Mhm.
But before that, I work in a technology enterprise, and we have this culture of feedbacks and the
Nice.
non-violence communication. So, for be honest, even we have this culture, the culture of to do feedbacks, principal negative feedbacks, was so hard because some people was scared like how the people will process like that. But in my professional life, I got like two negative feedbacks, but it was very good for me because one of these feedbacks like about the collaboration work, like to do more collaborative in some process. And I heard this feedback, and the way that I got, I think it was good because it just don't
Nice.
push all these bad things. Like we, the people put the person put good aspects, and work with the aspect that I can improve. So I like this feedback, but I know have some enterprise even have this culture of feedbacks. It's difficult, like when you process. Uh, and the other topic, I think it's more complicated even when you have to go to got for anyone, but the person who is like a high position that you, how you can improve. You put a negative feedback, even a person who is have more responsibility that you.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Man, I think culturally meaning the same. For Brazilian, it's very hard to hear this kind of thing, bad feedback, because we do not deal very well with this kind of thing. I was talking to, I think I shared with you about the Swedish consultor that I was talking, and he was talking about the French people. Even that you are the best, the French people will say, "Oh, yeah, more or less, it's not too much." And he told me this. I was kind of surprised, because he is one of the best of the world in his area. However, he can do a lot of good job, the best that people will say, "Oh, yeah, it's kind of good, nice." It's not, it's kind of the culture as well. Like, we'll be never perfect or awesome or something like that. Okay. So Luis, how about you? How do you handle negative feedback?
With patience, I have a real situation that I was working in an agency, and by 2 months we have a one-to-one meeting with our team leader to talking about feedbacks, and all the feedbacks are great, amazing, congratulations. I am surprised how you handle all the situations with clients and with young professionals and your solutions to solve problems. And I heard a phrase that make me nervous. I think that didn't I didn't have to stay here because you can go with the team without me. And I say, oh, great. Are you going to promote me?
Yeah.
And after that phrase, the thing is going down. You have a phrase in English that you have to pay attention. Some companies just want to pick your brain.
Okay.
They don't give the, how can I say, the return, and just pick your brain, listen your ideas and pick your brain all the time. And when I perceive that, I feel so furious. And after that, I close my mouth. And when people ask me about something and I see the trouble and I say, congratulations, it's very, very good. Go away. It's really nice. Uh,
It's a
after
hard situation.
after 1 month, I come in out and say, "Oh, guys, congratulations, but I want to go alone, and I will go in out." This is my perception about this point in a real situation that made me furious in an environment that I feel so solid that all the troubles are, oh, let's talk with Louis, let's make our room with Louis, and we will identify the problems and implement it in the client. It was in a few months. I changed, changed me from another team, uh, and the new manager start with that position. And the second feedback was completely different from the first. And I say, what happens in 2 months for this strong difference? Oh, the perceive is can change. Oh, great, that's good.
Oh, terrible, terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Remember the phrase, pick your brain. If you
yeah, yeah. I
did,
kind
did you
of
have a
it's
listen?
kind
Did you
of
have a
sad.
listen?
No, no, no.
No, did you
It's
have a
new for
listen
me.
that?
Yeah.
It's so famous in the marketing world.
Okay. Pick
Uh,
your bread, something like that. Pick your bread.
pick your brain.
Ah, okay, bread. Okay.
Pick your brain.
I perfect. Yeah. I never heard before. Nice. Yeah. Um, thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
Let's hear hey there, how about you? How do you handle negative feedback?
I think it's normal. Negative feedbacks works to us to improve some things that we want to see is normal. Normally in the company, I have two feedbacks during the year. I had recently a feedbacks was so positive, but my boss told a little thing that I need to improve, and I am improving day by day. It's normal. In my personal life, my feedback is my fiance that give me. I wasn't washing the dishes recently, and I needed to improve. And
Okay,
it's okay.
nice,
I, I
nice.
am I am improving some things.
Man, I need to share that, when I was kid, my grandma told me a lot, you gonna wash the dish, you gonna wash the dish. And I'm kind of, oh my God, I hate do this, do it. But nowadays, man, I love to do it because, I start to listen to my songs and it's a time to concentrate on the steps. Like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. And when I go to visit her, my grandma, I always, oh, I can do it. No, no problem. I will do it. And it's interesting, the difference because it's emotional, it's your improvement as well, and the way you feel. Like nowadays, I feel that is important to, handle some stuff by your own. And okay, nice. Guys, it's so nice to hear that we have different perceptions about, receive negative feedback. And because sometimes you can have a bad environment, you know follow what Luis brought to us, like, it's kind of, you need to pay attention on the stuff and take care and so on. And in other environment you can have a very welcoming environment, that the people can, oh, let's improve together and so on. So it's nice. Let's
Yeah,
hear.
yeah, but just one more phrase. A real leader gives to you real feedbacks,
I
even if
agree.
they are good or not. And it's important to you to improve yourself when you listen to something that's going wrong. So you improve your skills. It's important
Mhm.
to have feedback, but real feedbacks.
I got it. Yeah, and I really believe. Let's Márcio, how about you? How do you
Uh,
handle negative feedback?
yeah, about this question, depends who give me the negative feedback. When
Oh,
the negative feedback is in my family, my mother, my wife, my son, my daughter, for me, I me think a lot, try improving, correctly the situation. This for me, I wrong about it. When I receive the negative feedback, the aleatory people, don't you worry about it because here in Brazil is cultural. The people give opinion about your life, the
oh,
negative opinion,
true.
not the positive. The
Yeah.
positive is very, very hard when people talk the positive with you. You is a good man. Your English is a good. Not only the negative feedback. Don't you worry about this because construction my life, my develop every day, work a lot. I'm worried about the feedback negative about my family. This know about me because every day together with me. And others don't know about it, in my opinion.
Okay. Oh man, you brought so interesting, so deep point because I was reading about the mental health on social media, and it's exactly what you brought. Like the people sometimes, for example, on social media, the people give some bad feedback, but the people that receive this bad feedback um receiving the same level of for example, I know you a lot and I will give a feedback, man, I think you need to improve this or that. And people, out of the blue appearing, you are bad and you, oh my God, I would die. Oh my God, I'm so bad. I'm so bad. In the same level, but it's different because, for example, sometimes we are friends for so long and I know you so much that, man, maybe you can pay attention here. And the people will say the same stuffs and you will kind of perceive on the same level, as equal. So was really interesting because it was about mental health. So the people went a bad mental health do that, like, seeing negative feedback was really interesting point, man, you brought. Um, okay. Well, Oswald, how about you? How do you handle this? What's your strategy?
The first thing I have to say that all of stuff that you are talking about is so interesting, so interesting. Thank you for share for everyone. Let me see. Well, I really love to receive negative feedbacks. I try to observe who is giving that for me, like Marcel said, but I try to listen every negative feedbacks. And I will try to summary some situations that I've lived. For example, when I fired an old job some times ago, a CIO that fired me, right? Said to me, "Você não rampou." By the time, and I did understand what it means by the time, and the time was passing by, and I'm here, I think 2 years after that situation, and in a one meeting that I've been with my current the CIO, he said about these terms, and only in that situation I could understand what the another person was talking about, right? And but independent of that, learning, I I've thought a lot about that. And another situation that I've passed when I had a old manager on the old leader that I have in another job. He said to me, "Você foi juvenil." When I was with in a call with a customer, right? And in that situation, I've got that what he was talking about, right? And I learned a lot. And the last one, in my current job, I received improvement that I could have, and about on specific technical skills in my job, right? And I've got that and improved every single day, like I think Hayder said, Hayder said some minutes ago. And so I really love bad feedbacks, but I realized that the frequency that we receive that feedback wasn't sufficient, right? I would like to receive
Interesting.
more negative feedbacks. I really like it. I appreciate
Okay,
that.
okay, okay. Well, man, I was picking some stuff. First off, like you said, I was reading a Buddhism quote. Okay, it's kind of you need to be thankful for the people that give you a negative feedback because give as well opportunity to improve yourself. But man, this is a very high level of evolution, soul's
Yeah,
evolution, right?
I would like to say the another the last last note. In
Okay.
my opinion, negative feedback is one of the most important things that we could have to improve ourselves.
Yeah,
Because
I agree. Agree.
commonly we've got um, a gente fica, eu tô tentando dizer que a gente fica travado, a gente fica travado na
I
situação
agree.
e
I agree.
and it is this discomfort, esse desconforto is so important for us, in my opinion.
I agree. I agree. I totally agree. I think the only problem that I see on it, like, that is sometimes we need to learn how to use this language, right? Because um, instead to help people to improve themselves, you could do the opposite. And I know that it's important to handle, this.
No,
It's kind of sometimes for the people. Yeah, I agree with you. But for example, in my experience, sometimes I see, I see that I need to say the same stuff, but for two people. And I see,
oh,
man, that people will cause, if I see this kind of thing, she or
I
he
see.
will react in the other way. And this
Yeah,
person, I can say, oh man, improve that. I think you can do better, right? Let's
yeah,
do together. And so, and the other, oh no, you causing like, but
yeah,
we can do. It's kind of what I'm saying is based on my experience on it, and each person, has uh the itself experience on it.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
like
And I to finish my talk, these negatives feedbacks improved me, that for example in my current job I've been working there for 2 years, right? And I didn't receive negative feedbacks, only a little bit improvements, right? um, in that company have a welcoming, like you said, welcoming environment, like you said, Wendell. So uh, in my case, negative feedbacks improved me a lot and faster.
yeah, I agree. But I will share with you an example,
Yeah, yeah,
later here. But
I
let's
really
let's
appreciate.
yeah, let's finish. I really like this kind of thing because we are discussing strategies. That's it, the strategy, how to handle people. And of course you have your experience, and I have my experience, Louise, and we are exchanging experience here. So let's move to the question number 7 because I'm curious. No, no, number 8. I would like to know, Hader, you will be the first. How has your self-perception changed of the past 5 years? But you can, decide the year, not only past, but when we were like young or, teenager and nowadays. For example, for example, I would say about me, when I was kid, I used to be very shy and timid. And nowadays I'm very talkative and, communicate. But I needed to had a turning point in my life.
So I think I wasn't confident in myself in the past. I had the syndrome of the impostor, you know. I don't know if I believe. I don't know
Okay.
if I am sufficient for this. I had this problem. I don't know when I was younger, but recently, I don't know, 5 years ago, I had this problem. And
Wow. Jersey.
after I know my fiancé, I changed. I don't know why, but my fiancé give to me the confidence again. And after her, my life and now is our life because we live together improve a lot. I work in the company of my dreams. I live in a city that I always wanted. I always wanted to come from countryside of São Paulo. I be promoted recently. My dream was to be engineering, and I passed in a process recently. Just
Congrats.
to have confidence in myself is a thing that I improving during the past years.
Very nice, very nice. And we hope your fiancé can watch this. It's a letter of love. My life changed. Okay. Pedro, how about you?
I think the period of 5 years it's like very good for me because when the time I start my graduation, and when I start my graduation, the high school was very different because I live with my parents. I have to move for other city, and I maturate a lot of in this period because I have uh, to learn it like how I do like basic things. But when you live with your parents, you don't know the reality. So I moderate a lot of because I think it is was a great experience, and I think the part of the confidence too because I remember when I was child, I was shy too, but when we have to got like my example, I am more creative in work. I have to express my ideas. So if I
Perfect.
be shy, anyone can understand me. So I have to improve myself to understand and made me more believer. And like this aspect, I think in the 5 years ago, I think I can improve a lot of about myself.
Wow, nice, nice. Yeah, and yeah, if you are creative, we need to talk about here, thing that you are creating. Very nice. Márcio, how about you?
For me, change a lot the last 5 years. I started reading more books in my life. This is an opportunity to learn more about my life and to deal different situations. I read the famous book. Do I learn the name the big influencers the internet. This is a book the success it help you learn more. It is help the high your self perception. In the past, it's common you watch the television, manipulate about it. Nowadays, you have independence, choose the internet, your content, uh, read more books, improve, uh, in my case, improve myself more. It is high my self-perception about these attitudes. That's it.
Wow, this is nice. Actually, about reading, I'm reading a Benes Brown book. I don't know about in Portuguese is a coragem de ser imperfeita and imperfect brain. I don't know in English what is, but she wrote a lot about vulnerability and also about negative feedback. We need to be driven by negative feedback. Like she started to remember the last immersion we had about discomfort. This topic was, Abrabi do this book because she always tried to teach, causing discomfort on the students, but discomfort that will be hard to overcome this. But once you overcome, you will improve your ability to do other stuff, your manner and so on, your language and a lot of stuff. So nice reading. Yeah, I've been reading a lot and I would like to read more and I will read more. Uh, Luis, how about you?
I will come back for more 5 or 6 years ago. Life took me to São Paulo in 2000, and I come back to Rio in 2013. So it was 13 years living there. When I come back to Rio, that happens, the change of the perception, because it was a real shock. When I go there, no, it's normal. I had to adapt me, myself to living there. People are not so talkative like here. But when I come back, oh my God, and I saw how the things going on here. It's so sick because I live all of my life here in that city. I know all the corner of the city, know how the things happens here. And when I see how the thing is going on, I feel so shine about some rhetorics. I have the perception that we have a lot to improve here in our relations with other people, with the customer, as clients or people that you handle. It's completely different. So I start to be not more talkative, yeah, how I was, and I start to listen more and giving my words only when it's necessary, because I feel uncomfortable with this kind of behavior here. For the first 2 years, 3 years, I stay scared about it. I tried to make some business here. Example, there I want to buy a car. I ate on the internet, choose the model, put in a spreadsheet, take a phone, make some calls to some stores. They give me the price. Great. I try to do it here in Rio. The first store. Hello. Oh, hello from where? Oh, it's a company that's selling cars from General Motors. Oh, sorry, I was thinking about you are in your house because you say hello, you are don't identify the things, completely different.
Wow. I felt it
Another,
when I tried to rent a taxi.
man, another situation. My daughter was with 7 months, 6 months, and we are on the celebrations of the new year. And we have celebration, but we are not going out at the night. We are going for a lunch in a special place, and we have the perception. I said to my wife, "Did you perceive the people who are working here are not from here, from the city? They come from another cities." And I ask for one of the guy, "Hey, what happens? People from here don't not working here. No, 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 no. Our leader don't use the local boys. He came from
Wow.
South. We have a house here that we can live here. We have training. It's a special place. They'll probably have in your city. The name is Corrientes 348. It's a special place to eat in a good meat. Um, and I see, wow, he knows what I'm talking about. This kind of service is really bad here. And they made it a restaurant in Marina da Glória, one of the best places in the city. And the owner identified that the kind of service that we offer here, not the kind of service of his client expected. So they changed the things.
Okay, man, I believe on you because I had the experience here. Unfortunately, I had
Yeah.
the experience here recently, but yeah, okay, 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 okay. I need to understand Rio. That's the problem. I need to understand more Rio. I know it's kind of anthropological studies I need
Yes.
to drive
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah. If you come
So,
here, make me a call. I will show you some
okay,
things.
okay, 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 right. Osvaldo, how about you? Tell me about your experience.
Oh my goodness, it's hard. It's a hard question. Your question, yours, you are so deeply, Wendell.
Yeah, it's
It's
the
hard,
therapy group.
but I will try that. Well, the main situation that I think I've changed is about relationships, right? Because I had a bad first marriage in my life. So after that experience, I changed my thoughts, and I decided to listen more and respect more about other visions, and that is it's helped me a lot in my career too, right? So I think it's the main point, but the last one, I can 5 years ago, for example, I didn't work as developer. So I had a little bit small business, and totally different about my current job. So I know that my career was changed, but the main things that changed, it was my relationships. That's it.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I think it's important to understand that because, for example, when I see myself, I will, say about my example, my life. When I see myself doing the steps right now in the position that I am, I remember when I was, in the beginning of the undergraduate, my master's degree, my PhD, when I was professor, and nowadays I think, oh, it's great because it was a turning point. Nowadays I feel so confident that, like empowered, but now I also figure out that I built this stuff. Like, I did a lot of stuff. And nowadays I have the place where I can, do the things that I learned. I will share with you guys. I will say I will say in English and then we can say Portuguese. But in the beginning of the talk, but I started here in 2020, the beginning of the pandemic. I started because I would like to write my PhD thesis in English by myself. Okay. And I
Right.
started without knowing anything, like join the immersion as you have done, like, the same you are doing. And now I published an article, and the first feedback was your paper is very well written. Man, for me, it's the best scenario because means pretty much that I learned so much that nowadays I can write an article in English, a scientific article in English, and the editor said, "Oh, it's very well written." But 4 years, right? 4 years working a lot, studying a lot, practicing, receiving negative feedback, and working. So this is nowadays I feel, oh, this is so funny because I feel so happy with because of the feedback, but also kind of, wow, that's it. We need to to work more, trying to help other people, to spread the more we can. But now I will say about the feedback, I will say em português sobre as coisas, as personalidades, né? Então, dependendo das personalidades, as pessoas vão receber feedbacks negativos de maneiras diferentes. Aí, eu estava ajudando uma amiga na prática do inglês e tal, e ela tinha muito medo de errar. E eu sempre falava assim, ó, você tem que se liberar dessas coisas, né? Dessas máscaras, assim. Então, fala do jeito que vier na mente, vai dar bom, vai dar certo, eu vou entender, aí a gente vai, na prática, a gente vai mudando. E isso foi bem difícil de superar. E eu falava, não, libera, relaxa, vai falando. Só que aí a coisa fluiu. E hoje, eu falei assim, hoje não, ontem, falei assim, praticando com ela e falei assim, ó, você não precisa ter medo de errar, porque você pode pensar assim, não, se eu errar, eles vão saber que eu sou ruim. Mas qual que é a realidade? Que você é ruim, você precisa melhorar. Eu tô errado? Eu falei assim, você quer que eu fale de uma maneira tranquila ou maneira séria? Aí eu falei pra ela assim, ó, se eu falar da maneira tranquila, eu falei desse jeito. Se eu falar da maneira tranquila, é o seguinte, ó, você não precisa ter medo de errar, do que as pessoas vão pensar. Agora, eu quero de maneira séria, realista, você vai errar. Mesmo se você não quiser, você vai errar. E você precisa errar para aprender.
Eu prefiro
Mas
feedback neste estilo.
então,
Na
só que é
hora
isso.
assusta, mas depende da pessoa
Sim.
mesmo, como você falou.
Mas se eu te, por exemplo, even here em inglês, aí que tá, esse aqui eu aprendi muito. Se você der esse feedback, você vai varrer muitas pessoas. E as pessoas não sabem, então vira uma peneira. As pessoas
Pois
elas
é.
bloqueiam. Aqui no inglês, assim, eu vi muito disso, o bloqueio. A pessoa, e muita gente emocionalmente,
Não, eu morro de medo de falar. Eu acho que alguns de vocês também, mas eu falo.
Cara,
ok, guys,
todos os estagiários que trabalharam comigo foram promovidos. Todos, sem exceção. Teve um que ele estava lá há um ano. Eu
guys,
falei, olha só, um
okay,
ano de
just a
estágio.
minute, be here because I think we need to finish this
É,
conversation.
finish
Yeah.
aí tudo.
But
Keep
let's
it.
let's talk about it in the next conversation, right? I think it will be very
Não,
interesting to improve this
Yes,
topic
for sure.
because
For
we
sure.
can
é,
exchange more experience. Okay. Thanks a lot, guys. I'm sorry to cut the conversation. Okay.
Não, não.
Bye bye, see
Have a
you.
Bye
very
bye.